So we have completed session 2 on Web API in our previous video and successfully hosted the application and API on Azure and IIS. Also we have hosted Angular application on Firebase as well in session 1. Now it is time to extend our Angular application to make it a full-fledged property dealing application that we can sell as a product. At present, we are using local browser storage to add new properties and registering a user. We will now start to integrate it with our backend, and we will add more features like image uploading and chatting options. But before that, it is important that we keep our application updated with the latest Angular version. In November 2020, Angular 11 was released, but we are still on Angular 10. So first of all, we will migrate our application to Angular 11. It is not a major update like Angular 9. Angular 10 has added a new features and fixed some bugs that were pending from the previous versions. So to migrate our application from Angular 10 to Angular 11, we just need to run this command from our Angular application folder, ng update @angular/core to update the core library, and to update Angular CLI to the latest version, use @angular/CLI. So everything that needs to be updated in Angular 10 will automatically be taken care by this command. We do not need to worry about anything. It will take some time. So meanwhile, let's discuss what is new in Angular 11. Since the very first version of Angular team is trying to speed up the Angular app and reduce the size of application. In each new version and in version 11 as well, they have done some optimization. They have introduced automatic font inlining. That means if we are using some external fonts like Google Fonts or something like that, during compile time, Angular CLI will download those fonts and inline fonts. Inlining fonts avoid the overhead of a HTTP request if you are using external fonts. But unless you are loading a lot of fonts, inlining is a bad idea because it disables progressive rendering, parallel downloading, and lazy loading. Angular enables this by default, but we can disable it using fonts optimization option available in angular.json file. I have provided the link in description if you need to disable it. Next one is Angular now required TypeScript 4 version. It will help in faster compilation and result in faster build and deployment. Next one is the support for few versions of Internet Explorer is now removed. It's a long known issue that Microsoft Internet Explorer has been a problematic browser in the past. Although they have improved a lot in the last few years, but since there was some problem with the previous versions of IE, Angular team have decided to remove the supports for IE 9, 10 and mobile version from Angular 11. This was already announced in Angular 10 update. So now IE 11 is the only version of Internet Explorer that is supported by Angular. Another improvement is that now we can opt in to add support for the Webpack 5 version. It will help in faster build with persistent disk caching. Also, it will help to create a smaller bundle size by using tree shaking features. This is not enabled by default because it is an experimental feature and not recommended to use for production for now. We can enable it by adding this line to our package.json file. Next one is from version 11, TSLint is deprecated. Now in place of using TSLint, we can migrate to ESLint. It supports both JavaScript and TypeScript coding standards. If you are using VS Code, you can install the same from extensions. Reporting and logging has also been improved in Angular 11. So now they have added this report that tells us the size of different files. Maybe it will help during build to fine tune the application. Also, they have made an update in hot module replacement. If you are not aware of HMR, it is basically a feature in Webpack that allows for modules to be replaced without a full browser reload. This feature helps us to maintain the state of application if we make any changes while the application is running. In page reload, those states are lost. This feature was already there in Angular for a long time, but to enable it, we had to make a lot of configuration in our application. I have added the link to an article on how to enable hot module replacement in previous versions of Angular. But Angular 11 made it super easy. We do not need any configuration. We can just run the ng serve with HMR flag and it will automatically be enabled for us without any additional configuration. This really saves a ton of efforts. I think our application would have been migrated to Angular 11. Better we see HMR in action so that you can understand the benefit of this new feature that Angular 11 have introduced. So it's updated around 15 files in our application. We will go through with these changes shortly, but let me show you this new feature practically so that you can understand what are the benefits of using HMR during development. Let's run our application without using HMR flag first and try to understand the problem it solves. You can see now we are getting this summary with a file size information. This is a new feature of Angular 11. Let's open our application running on this port. To understand the problem, let's assume you are a developer and testing this form. Suppose this form has hundreds of fields and you found a problem in a field. For example, let's take a simplest case. Assume you were to give it a label furnishing types instead of furnishing type. You thought to correct it immediately as soon as you noticed this problem. And after correcting the problem, you saved it and got back to the form that you were testing. Oh my god, my all data has been lost. I will have to fill this complete form and then we'll have to continue this self-testing. Lot of efforts was wasted. But if you are running your application with HMR flag, such problem can be avoided because the state of the form will be preserved with HMR. Let's try to run our application with this flag. You will get this notice here that HMR is enabled for the development server. Basically, this feature is not intended to work in a production environment. Let's refresh the page and set the value of address and city. And if this time we will change the caption of this label to something else, save it. See, our page is not reloaded and this caption only changed in the background by the HMR. Address and city value are still preserved. So this is really a great addition in Angular 11 to run application in HMR mode without any additional configuration. So these are the main features introduced in Angular 11. And also a few of long pending issues are related to the routes and forms are fixed in this version. Let's see what those fixes are. So the first one is we are able to use can activate property with redirect to property on a route. The issue here is that if we use redirect to, can activate property is ignored. Although if it is not allowed, system should give us warning or compile time error for such cases, but still in Angular 11 we do not get any warning or a compile time error if we use both on a route. You would be surprised that this issue was reported in 2017 in Angular 4 and it is not yet fixed. They just have silently removed this property from configuration if both are used in our application. This is really quite surprising for me. And another change is that async keyword is now changed to wait for async to avoid confusion. It was only being used in specs file in our application and that has already been renamed with this migration. Next one is that the relative link resolution was set to legacy by default in previous versions. but from Angular 11, a default value is set to corrected. As we have upgraded our application from the previous version, migration have set it to legacy in our app.module file. We will see what is the difference between legacy and corrected one shortly. Next one. There is no impact of other changes as no file is updated in our application. That means we are not using all these properties. I can see in version 11, this tsconfig.base.json file has been eliminated. Previously, it was used as a base and tsconfig.json used to extend this base file. And finally, this migration has updated the package.json file to upgrade the library to the newer version that are compatible with Angular 11. TypeScript has now upgraded from version 3 to version 4, which is really faster in compilation. So all done for Angular 11. Let's understand what relative link resolution property does. So migration have added this new property and set this to legacy. If you will take the mouse over this property, so the problem is that if we have created a hierarchy of routes like this, where the container component has a blank path, that means if the container component is the base URL, we should be able to navigate the A component like this, ./A using router link. But it does not work in previous version as we were to use double dots to load the components. This problem was resolved in new version, but until version 11, default was legacy. Angular migration has set it to legacy so that our existing code does not break. But as we want to use the correct way, so I am removing this from here. So these are the main features and bugs are fixed in this version. Our application is now on Angular 11. Next, we will integrate our login and registration form with API. So see you in the next video. Stay tuned. Bye bye.